Come to the dark side. Come to the dark side. Come left, young man, come left.
Or right winger, you can't turn me left.
Come left to the dark side. Luke, come left. Happy Halloween, everybody. Gary and Len here. Doing our update. It's Tuesday, October the 26th. Election day too, Gary. In Cumberland, yeah.
It is.
And it's going to be an interesting one. We've got 3 good candidates down there, but I think probably, all things considered, Jamie is probably going to be the candidate of choice down there right now.
Well, let me tell you the truth. I'm more interested in Obama getting his ass kicked next week.
Jeez. Geez, you know what, Gary? I was talking, I was doing the Darth Vader thing there, talking about coming left. I almost felt like a liberal for a minute.
Yeah, you looked like one too. Hiding behind a mask.
Yeah, well, that's true. Anyway, Gary, happy Halloween to everybody. It's, as I said, Tuesday, October the 26th, and Gary Hines, Len Goucher here. Just for a real quick update, we wanted to do something for the kids. So anyway, Gary, at the Dome, Halloween, anything going on?
Just the regular program, Len, will be going on. I guess the main thing will be that we'll have a little bit of increased security just because somebody might decide that a trick or treat would be in hand for the Dome, and we don't need anything like that happening around there, so we'll have a little bit of security on.
Yeah, look, Gary, that security camera is still there and it's still active in that area that we had a little bit of a problem in a few months ago.
It is, and just for those who might be interested, there's some interesting footage that's on there already that could be detrimental and derogatory to the betterment of some people's children, so it might be a good idea that they observe the fact that we do have cameras there that are recording.
And what are they doing with that? Are they just
well, Len, a couple of weeks ago they arrested or 3 gals there smoking some dope, and they picked up also some transactions taking place with the sale of dope and so on, and that really isn't good for your character references going forward, and no, so it is on tape, and it's important for parents to know that their kids are being taped doing those things.
So Halloween, it's a regular program, and I guess basically there's going to be some security, plus the camera's going to be active that night too. So we hope that there's no problems, and I'm sure there won't be. 99.9% of the young people are good kids, and I don't think, all things being equal, I think we'll be fine there. Gary, as far as the program so far, we're into the regular season, I take it now. Are we fully booked for the prime time?
This is our last week for the preseason, Len, and we go into the regular season the 1st of November. And yeah, we're pretty well fully booked. We do have some late spaces on Sunday, Tuesday, and Saturday night that we could fill with gentlemen's hockey or ladies hockey, if there's somebody out there listening.
And I guess the Fort Pad scheduled to open November the 3rd, so that would probably put the program that's in place right now ending November the 2nd, is that right?
That's right, yeah. I think that it's November the 4th actually they're scheduled to open.
Yeah.
Also, Lenny, we're moving towards our first anniversary because we opened on November the 7th last year.
That was a great event, Gary. So November the 7th is our first anniversary. Is anything planned there?
I don't know what we're going to do, Len. I guess we got to recognize the fact that we've got a year under our belt, and a successful year, I might add, where we faced all the major obstacles that we're probably going to face, and we've got through it. We've got a good staff trained that are doing well, and yes, there were people here trying to hire them away from us, but they like where they are and they're going to stay.
You're saying that there were some individuals that were trying to spirit our employers away?
We did have visitors, yes, who tried to interview our employees, and to Jamie's credit, Jamie ran them off, and they're no longer bothering our people. I suggested that it wasn't a good idea that they come here to do it, and so they've gone by the wayside, and I expect that our employees are safe for now.
I think that's really unfortunate, and I'm sure that some of the people in the positions of power that be in the new Fort Pad wouldn't want to see that either. But anyway, that's glad to see that our employees saw within their powers to stay put, because we've got two great individuals over there that look after the engineering side and the ice making side. So,
Well, Len, what I pointed out to them is you have a choice to work in a family atmosphere or where you're only a number. And, you know, things look good on the front, a little increase in pay and probably more security down the road, that kind of thing that maybe someday we'll be able to offer them. But I pointed out to them, you're in a family atmosphere. If you need to borrow $100, I'm there for you. And that's the way we operate, and that works good.
Yeah.
And I think they've chosen to be in that atmosphere.
well, that's I guess that's good for the employees and between you and them. But anyway, I think the whole environment and the whole issue with trying to rate employees between facilities is probably not helpful to anybody, because I think the one thing we did learn this year, Gary, especially with Betty Lou and HRM, is that we're all in this business together, whether you're public owned or private owned, university owned or whatever. We're there to try to do the right thing for everybody, and I think in the final analysis that will win out.
Well, that's for sure, Len, and certainly HRM had no part in trying to take our employees. It was corporate versus the little guy, and corporate will always try to do that to you because they need good people, and they know we've got good people who are trained and know what they're doing, and if they can take them, they will.
I guess, as you've said a couple of times, that's not unusual, and it's fair ball, I guess, for some people. But again, given the situation here in HRM, where we do need the ice facilities, and we need them all to be operating effectively and efficiently, that's just counterproductive. Anyway, Gary, it's great to have this little talk. Is there anything else that you wanted to bring up other than the anniversary on the 7th?
No, I don't think, Len. I think we're just getting now braced for the winter that's ahead of us, and hopefully we don't get any more snow than we got last winter, and things will proceed normally. The road is getting in rough shape again, and we'll get that graded up before winter comes, but I find that individuals like to use that for a speedway, so sometimes when you leave it a little rough, it's to your credit rather than to your disadvantage, because nobody's getting run over, and maybe the car takes a little beating, but you can govern yourself accordingly, because we do suggest 20 kilometer an hour speed limit on that road, and sometimes they're 30 and 40 coming in around there. So, and it's not always parents delivering children either. The high school kids tend to come in there, and parents do pickups and so on, and it becomes a bit of a speedway. So leaving it a little rough in a couple of places doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Well, look, Gary, thanks very much for the few minutes here, folks. We hope we see you at the Dome over the period of the next few months. In full operation now, effective November 3rd. The full schedule comes in for the winter schedule, and it's Gary Hines, General Manager for the Dome, and Len Goucher. Folks, have a good week and have a good Halloween. Have this good, safe Halloween, and look after the kids.
And Len, thanks to Jimmy Flynn for the use of the hat.
Yeah, geez, that looks good, Gary. Thanks, everyone. See you later.